Ransomware affiliate markets. These are platforms that connect ransomware developers with affiliates who carry out attacks in exchange for a share of the profits. The developers handle the technical side, including building the malware and maintaining the payment infrastructure, while affiliates focus on gaining access to targets and deploying the ransomware. This model has turned ransomware into a scalable operation, allowing individuals with limited technical skills to participate. Even you, yes, you could even do this. All you have to do is buy ransomware from one of these marketplaces, send a couple of phishing emails to employees who work at a business that you hate and potentially profit from it. It's that easy. Over time, it has played a major role in the global rise of ransomware incidents, making attacks more frequent and organized. Carding markets. These are marketplaces dedicated to stolen financial data, particularly credit card details and related tools. They have been around since the early days of cybercrime forums and have evolved into highly structured platforms. Many include automated systems that allow buyers to test whether card details are still valid before purchasing. Basically like a free trial. This efficiency reflects how these markets have matured, turning what was once scattered activity into a streamlined process that supports a wide range of financial fraud. Decentralized dark web marketplace. These platforms operate without a central authority, relying on peer-to-peer networks or blockchain-based systems. There is no single server or administrator, which makes them harder to shut down. Transactions may be handled through smart contracts, removing the need for a traditional escrow. This model emerged as a response to repeated law enforcement takedowns of centralized markets. While it offers greater resilience, it also introduces complexity and often lacks the structure and user support found in more traditional marketplaces. Data leak markets. These platforms specialize in the sale of breached data, including personal information, login credentials, and corporate databases. Sellers often provide small samples to buyers to prove the data is genuine. Their growth is closely tied to the increase in large-scale data breaches and ransomware attacks. So you can see there's a little link between ransomware affiliate markets and data leak markets. They kind of go hand in hand. The buyers may use the data they are buying for obvious reasons, such as further attacks on individuals, corporations, or even just analysis. These markets are important because they fuel other forms of cybercrime, creating a cycle where stolen data leads to more breaches. Vendor shops. These are independent storefronts run by individual sellers who choose to operate outside of large marketplaces. A vendor manages their own website, listings, and transactions, often relying on reputation built elsewhere. Just think of the game Schedule 1 if you played that game before. This model became more popular after major marketplace shutdowns as sellers looked for ways to maintain control and avoid platform fees. However, without a central system to manage disputes or escrow, buyers take on more risk when dealing directly with a vendor. Forum-based marketplaces. These operate within discussion forums where users post listings and arrange deals through conversations. This is where you see a lot of bad shit and stuff I can't really talk about on YouTube. But anyway, instead of a structured storefront, transactions happen through threads and private messages. This format has existed since the early days of online communities, and it continues because it allows flexibility and direct interaction. Trust is built over time through user activity and feedback, and in some cases, trusted members act as a middleman to help reduce the risk of scams. Centralized dark web marketplace. These are the most familiar type of dark web markets, structured similarly to regular online shopping platforms like Shopify, hidden on anonymous networks. A central team manages everything. Think of an IT team in a corporate organization. It includes listings, payments, dispute resolution, and even reviews. Buyers and sellers rely on built-in escrow systems to complete transactions safely. This model became widely known through platforms like Silk Road, which set the standard for many that followed. While centralized control improves usability, it also creates a single point of failure, making these platforms frequent targets for shutdowns. Shut down by whom, you may ask? Well, it's the FBI in the US and Europol in the EU. As of 2026, both the FBI and Europol both shut down 373,000 dark websites. Just in 2026 alone, think about how long they've been doing this for. Escrow service platforms. These are services designed to hold funds during a transaction until both parties are satisfied. They can be built into a marketplace or operate as independent third parties. Escrow became essential as scams increased, providing a level of trust in an otherwise uncertain environment. Some systems use multi-signature cryptocurrency wallets, requiring more than one approval before funds are released. The reliability of escrow often determines how safe users feel when conducting transactions. Invite-only marketplaces. Believe it or not, there are restricted platforms on the dark web that require an invitation or a vetting process before access is granted. There are top-secret websites on the dark web. Users may need referrals or proof of reputation to join. The goal of these invite-only marketplaces is to create a smaller, more trusted community and reduce the risk of infiltration or fraud. These markets often develop strong internal rules and relationships, making them more stable but less accessible to newcomers. I'll give an example. Have you guys watched Squid Game? It's like the VIP people that are watching the game. They have exclusive perks and features that many people don't have. Pop-up markets. These are short-lived marketplaces designed to operate quickly and disappear before attracting attention. They may only exist for a brief period, focusing on rapid transactions rather than long-term trust. This approach became more common as enforcement efforts increased, pushing operators to prioritize speed and anonymity. if I said that right. While they can generate quick profits, they are unpredictable and often leave users exposed to sudden shutdowns. As I mentioned before, the FBI and Europol, they don't mess around. Multi-vendor specialized markets. These platforms focus on a specific category of goods or services instead of offering a wide range. By narrowing their scope, they attract a targeted audience and niche audience and allow vendors to build deeper expertise in a particular area. This specialization can improve quality and consistency with that niche, even if the overall marketplace remains smaller than general platforms. But it means you have a more loyal customer base who are more likely to buy your stuff, meaning you're going to make more profits from that kind of niche. Service-based dark web markets. These marketplaces focus on offering services rather than physical or digital products. Listings may include technical skills, assisting with cyber activities, or specialized tasks. They often resemble freelance platforms with profiles, reviews, and pricing structures. This reflects how the dark web economy has expanded, moving beyond simple transactions into a space where skills and expertise are traded just as much as goods.